All right, today we are starting our David Hockney Make Day. And the first way we're going to take a look at doing this is a photo collage. Now, I recommend, if you can, print out a bunch of photographs, cut and paste these together on a large poster board or piece of cardboard, something, a large piece of paper, something that you can, attach these all to so they can become one piece. I'm using Sketchbook by Autodesk. It's the program that I have that's probably the easiest to do something like this with. And I went out and took a bunch of pictures of the trees and foliage around the house, and I'm going to kind of start to collage them into a David Hockney-esque work of art. And so I'm going to start with my first one here. And the way my sketchbook works is I can adjust the size of my image by clicking this little center circle here and then pulling up or pushing down. And then I can move it by grabbing and changing like this in this area. And then I can also move the center, move it around on the page as well. And I'm going to keep adding images. Um, I want to add images that show enough change that as I add these, they um, offset enough that, and I'm going to use my little tilt here and tilt that just a little bit. All right. Maybe a little too much. And I want my trees to line up, the branches to line up over here. And I'm going to continue to add these images and develop this into a David Hockney-esque work here. Let's see. All right. It kind of goes there. Um, if you are using this, if you are using actual photographs, this would probably go a lot easier. It would be a lot easier to kind of see where and how these different elements line up. Um, it's not hard to do on this, but I do kind of wish I had purchased more ink from my printer. Alright. And you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm trying to line up and make sure everything keys together and fits like it should, or else it won't look like it all belongs together. I think that's the same one I just picked, isn't it? Oh, that's kind of interesting. So you can kind of see how as these images go together and tilt, and they kind of form these cool little things that happen here. Let me go back and think it's this layer. I want to. Nope, that's the wrong layer. Oh, what's that I've got to do? Look out that. There we go. Actually, I kind of like that. Let me add my next one here. And I'm going to start kind of going this other direction. Oops. I don't mean to do that. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. All right, let's go back and next layer. There we go. And it's not a fast process, obviously. It takes a minute to kind of figure out how you're going to line everything up and get it to work the way you want it to. And the more images you have to work with, the I think that's from a different series. Let's see. Let's see how that one fits in here. Now we're kind of getting it. There we go. I like that. That's looking good. And it continues that fence row, trying to continue those lines that he often used. Those. Um, all right. And depending on how many images you have and how much patience you have, this could take you all of about 15 minutes, or it might take you an hour or more. Again, it's just really kind of goes by how much time and effort you're going to want to put into this. I'm really beginning to kind of like what I've got here. I want to see some little things extend out. I'm hoping I've got some enough images to create some extension here. Let me see. Hmm. Let's see. Let's go with which one that last time. Okay, let's try this. Here we go. And so part of, and this is kind of like developing digital media sites and stuff, websites or digital inventory sites and so forth, which isn't fun. It's equally as boring as it sounds like it would be. And you can, are y'all hear my dog over here snoring? He's really getting out of control. But having all of your assets, all of the inventory needed to start creating and building your web pages and stuff is the largest part of a lot of constructing those types of sites. Let's see. And I kind of like that the value changes a little on these. Sometimes they're a little darker, sometimes they're a little lighter. And that's kind of cool. Let me see. Can I make that a little smaller? That's as small as it gets. Because those value changes, you know, where the light changes a little bit, kind of help us recognize that those are different collaged pieces of or photographs, which lends to that sort of cubist element that we have going on in David's work. I'm sorry. Yeah, David's work. Okay, let's see. All right. So this is about where I'm gonna maybe do one or two more here, but I'm getting close to where I think it's kind of nice. Let's see, go with one of this one thing. And I feel like it's beginning to take on that David Hockney-esque sort of cubist. All right. And so that's sort of my David Hockney photo collage. I'm using lots of different photos to create one unique image. I'm going to look and see if I got one more. I'd like to have one more kind of down in this area, just make it more interesting shape. Let's see. What's this one do? Let's see where this one can go. But it's kind of this area here. That's kind of nice. Let's see, that's that pole, that's that pole. So kind of right about in there is where that one goes. All right, and so now I've continued my line. I've got my sort of horizon line going across. We see the fence row kind of connects, sort of makes its little lines connect, and it helps bring the eye, creates that movement. We sort of see this vertical line. We see sort of the horizontal lines that go with some of the trees here. But that is the photo collage for David Hockney. I look forward to seeing what you all came up with if you did photo collages. All right. We'll get started here very soon on doing a David Hockney inspired painting.